understand in Psalm 23, if you can turn with me real quick, it says something that is key for us as a people, and we're all familiar with the passage of Scripture. I think we are. Everybody know that one. We don't learn it tonight. And so, some glasses. It's Psalm 23, it says something, and just raise your hand.
Say the Lord. The Lord.
The Most High.
The Most High.
Elohim.
Elohim.
Our Savior.
Our Savior.
Is our shepherd. You know, we can stop right there and just talk about shepherd. And what a shepherd does, and how he tends the sheep, and how he knows everybody that is in his vineyard or in the field, in his pasture. And so, I don't want to talk about that, but I want to talk about the stillness. He said, because we have a shepherd, we shall not want.
Yeah.
We're talking about pressing into our what? Strength. And I had to look that word up again. Strength is the power to move heavy weights or perform other spiritual or physical demanding tasks. So I got to be strong. Say no other way, but strength. Put your hands on your belly. The Most High has made you strong. You're strong as an ox. He's made us strong. We're resilient. Nothing that we go through, if we're anchored in Him, that He won't lift us up and bring us out. He loves us so much. But we got to be anchored on this side at this time. Because sometimes when trouble comes, it's too late if you're not anchored. When trouble comes, and look at somebody and let them know it's coming.
It's coming.
But if you are not anchored, you will melt. It'll be too much. Some people have lost their mind when the wind began to blow. We have to be anchored in Him, and He is our strength. So we are pressing into our strength. So we are pressing into our strength. Look at this verse 2. So we shall not want. Don't raise your hand and just go ahead on, and because we capture the atmosphere. Say, I don't want for nothing. So supernatural things are happening right now. There are angels right now in charge over me, and they are doing some work right now in my behalf. Therefore, I'm going to keep my mouth. I'm going to watch what I say. I'm going to watch what I think, because I understand, because I'm anchored, heaven is moving on my behalf. Don't let somebody say it is what it is. It is what it is. See, we got to understand there is a supernatural dynamic that as a people that loves Him, that's saved, that's a son, that's a daughter. There is a supernatural dynamic that we really don't understand. So therefore we wind up complaining. We wind up murmuring. We wind up saying the wrong things because the enemy is waiting for you to disqualify yourself. Can't nobody else do it. Because if we hold on, a change is going to come. Say a wonderful change.
A wonderful change.
A wonderful change. See, I noticed that Christian folks I know we ain't got no Christian folks in here, but Christian folks tend to be sad. They're not happy in the joy of their salvation. And it's because they don't understand pressing in to your strength causes you to know your shepherd. Because if you know your shepherd, you already know that the end begins. If you understand that Daddy works from the end, from the beginning, everybody will have joy. And you'll go across this country in a petticoat doing cartwheels. My mom used to have we used to wear a can. Hopefully I'm not telling my age, but you want to. And she was starching. And they'd be still as a board. But she knew how to perfect it. When you iron it, you got to sprinkle a little water on it. Just a little now. Because if not, you're going to have a starchy material. Now they put starch, spray starch in a can. Ain't nothing like the real starch. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm looking for the real deal. And when we wear it, you had these round like dresses and it stood out. It stood out. And when you would walk, they would go. Sometimes we don't like to be made. He makes me. Somebody say, makes me. He makes me to lie down. He makes me to lie down. I don't understand that when different distractions come on, all of a sudden I'm hearing voices and on the inside I'm troubled, but all of a sudden he'll make me lie down. Then you look up and you say, oh man, why was I troubled like that? He'll make you lie down and regret. So he'll make me. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, whatever you're going through, go ahead on and settle it so you can lie down and bring passage. Lie down in a place that he has already prepared for you. A lot of times we look through the eyes of the world. And we look through the eyes of the enemy, of the great picture, this canvas that he's painted and have given you an end that now you're troubled. He said, my thoughts of you are good. You got to remember that when you're going through, that the master, my shepherd, his thoughts of me are good. They're not evil. And I have. Don't prophesy to somebody. Don't let them know, say, I have. And expected it. He leads me. Wait a minute, I'm jumping. He makes me to lie down and breathe. Well, he leads me. Come on, right there, say, he leads me. Go ahead, I'll say, he leads me. He leads me. Don't get all that old stuff wrong. Don't get all that old stuff off. Get it out your cord. Get it out of your computer. And then store up some stuff and think it already know what the end is going to be. In this hour, we have to be led by the Ruach, by the Spirit. We got to put word on it. Say, I got to put it on. Say, I'm the one. Got to walk it out. It might be tight, but guess what? It's right. A lot of times we read. It's good to read. It's good to study. But when you get through study, go to the closet and say, Father, your prayer closet, and say, what word do you want to wear today? I don't understand how I'm going to do it because it hurts when I move in this direction. My mind is telling me one thing, but I need to get to the still waters. To be a soldier, you got to understand that the enemy will torment you, will trouble you from the inside, and we will look the part, we will even speak the part, but on the inside, the waters are not still. Woo, raise your hand. Say, I must begin to understand there is a stillness that's mine. He leads me beside the still waters. What happens when you go into that closet? He tells you what you're going to wear. You know why? At that point, he's calling you to listen. That's why we did that earlier. It's going to cause you to listen. The world is full of chaos. It's chaotic. There's so many different voices and a lot of noise. You can't go anywhere without a bunch of noise. But we got to learn how to quiet from the inside. Put your hands on your own belly. So I got to learn how to get quiet. In your stillness, he wants to speak to you. And when you get quiet, you know what's happening? You're doing it on purpose. You're causing the atmosphere, you're causing heaven, you're causing the angels to know I'm getting quiet, I need to hear. And I don't need no music. I don't need no music. All I need is the Holy Ghost. So all I need. So we got to understand if this is the hour, this is the era where our identity is being developed and redefined, it's going to be in that stillness to understand the strategy. It's going to be in that stillness to understand your future. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you might not know this. Well, I'm getting ready to shout it out. My future looks real bright. It's shining on the other side of the world. Somebody said, what practice is coming forth from the east? Is that apostle? In Missouri City, Stafford? Come on, raise your hand. He said, let your light so shine. Whose light?
Mine.
Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you a floodlight. And you don't even know it. Wherever you go, stuff shifts. Got to go. Got to move. When people look at you, they say, here come the light. Now quit worrying about people. That all of a sudden says, she my friend. Well, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. I thought we, that was my BFL. I thought, you need to back up I said, wait a minute, my light was shining.
Yeah.
My light was shining so bright, anything around me, darkness had to flee.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Come on.
Somebody say, it's quiet.
It's quiet.
There's a stillness in your light. So we develop a new identity and strategy secures our future. He leads me beside the still waters. Stillness. Write the definition down. Making little or no noise. Say stillness. Making little or no noise. It's also related to peace. It's also related to tranquility.
Yeah.
Say it's my portion.
It's my portion.
And the gates of hell cannot prevail. When you move in stillness, in peace, it unlocks you.
Yeah.
There is an unlocking that takes place. Because all of a sudden there is an assurance. There is confidence. There is a know that you really know. Say, I know that I know.
I know that I know.
And the gates of hell cannot prevail. Okay, I just want to run through just a few scriptures. When we understand peace, there is a deliverance.
Yes.
There is a deliverance. So when negative vibes come, guess what? Your peace takes over your atmosphere.
Come on.
When the enemy begins to throw distractions at you, because faith and peace work hand in hand. Peace is stillness. So what happened with peace and stillness, there is a perfect work that is happening. There is a perfect work that causes manifestation of that thing that you have been waiting quietly for.
Yeah.
So faith and peace works together. Say hand in hand.
Amen.
It unlocks heaven. Turn with me real quick. Colossians 3:15. So he left me his peace.
He loved you.
Raise your hand and say, I ain't giving it up no more.
I give it up.
Come on, raise your hands and look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, I've been talking to you all night. Forgive me. I am just following instructions, but I will not give up my peace. Not another day. Colossians 3:15 says something. And we need to get a hold of this because it's our portion.
Yeah.
It says, and let the peace of the Most High do what? Rule. Take authority.
Yeah.
Take preeminence.
Yeah.
Take over.
Yeah.
Have dominion. What you say? Lead. Look what it says. And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be what? Thankful.
Yes.
Then verse 16 says, and let the word, say the word. The word. Something is connected here. I believe the word, we have this perfect word, but when we release faith, the word is attached to it. I believe the word and peace work hand in hand. And when the word and peace work hand in hand, it causes an explosion. But the explosion is where you can't see it initially. But when you put it to work because you anchored, and because you know that you know, all of a sudden that word you know is being created in that place called the invisible realm. And because you're moving, you're not stopping, you're going to have manifestation. Raise your hand. Say, that's a principle right there. So you can work this. Because as you work it, you already know the enemy will try to come. But if you let peace have its comfort, if you let peace be the one. Something that the Most High did yesterday, and I had, it was all of him. Because what happens is, and I need to get that CD from yesterday. Because what happens is, when he has delivered you from much, you've had to work some things out. Oh yeah, you had to jump over some obstacles. There were some skills you didn't know you had, and all of a sudden you found out you could work that thing. All of a sudden you found out you had some strength. Now go and flex your muscle. It's hanging in both places. Come on. I got a little muscle down here. That's moving. Angel wings. Come on, Pastor. She called them angel wings. No angel wings. That's a good way to say it. Angel wings. I'm flapping them. The word and that peace dwell in your rich land. All what? Wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Most High. Yes. And whatever you do, in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahushua. Giving thanks. Raise your hands. Say, I gotta give thanks.
I gotta give thanks.
Or raise your hands. You gotta give thanks.
I gotta give thanks.
When you press into your strength, that means you're dealing with some stuff. But if you allow him, and because you're anchored, you will see that the promise comes a little bit quicker. Because why? You already know. And so the illustration was yesterday. Here comes something. Well, you know that you know. So here goes the same thing all over again. You're like, oh no. God got that. I'm going to keep on going because I understand some great things that's happening. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep on running. Oh, wait a minute. Is that an obstacle? Oh, I know how to get over that thing now. I'm going to keep on going. You know why? Because God got it. Yeah. Come on, raise your hand. Say, he got it. He got it. When you have learned, you're not going to repeat second grade all over again. When you know that you know. Say, God got it. He got this. I'm going to keep on running. I need to see what the end is going to be. I know he had it then. I know he has it now. I know he has it in my future. And it gets the hell paper there. Say, it's level to me. Say, I got it. For real though. So it's in the back in the booth in the corner in the dark. Where it really matters. Y'all look cute up here. Go on and get some. Say queens and kings. Y'all look real good. But what about at the house? Can you work it? At the house. That's where it counts. Whatever word we release here is for us first.
Yes. Yeah,
that's what Apostle Roy taught us a long time ago. When you release, it's for you.
Yes.
We We gotta work it.
Yes.
We gotta work it. And when we work it, guess what is tied to it? Faith. What is faith? Belief.
Yes.
What is belief? Knowing. To know. You there? What I say? Hebrews what? What I say Hebrews? Hebrews 12:14. Say peace.
Peace.
The Most High utilized that word. Stillness. He said, peace, be still. And when he done that, the disciples were amazed that even the wind obeyed. We have that authority that when we're anchored, we have a root system that says to the atmosphere, peace,
Come on.
be still.
Yes.
The atmosphere has to know your voice,
Yes.
not the pastor's voice, not the apostle, not the prophets.
Come on.
But what about your voice?
Right.
You gotta amplify. I'm not saying screaming, because you could be real quiet. You say, peace,
Yes.
be still.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, things begin to scatter. Last scripture. Apostle, you got something? Where are we? Hebrews what? 12, what? 14. What does it say? Pursue what? Peace. Uh-oh.
It's good.
With all people. With all people. Say with all people. Say peace. I'm pursuing peace. With all people. And holiness. Without which no one will see Elohim. Looking carefully lest anyone fall short of the grace of the Most High. Lest any root of bitterness springs up that causes trouble.
Come on.
And where many become defiled. Oh, wait a minute. So when there is no peace, there is an opposite?
Uh-oh.
If there is no peace, he said there's bitterness, anger, messed up on the inside. Raise your hand and say, he gave me his peace. I ain't giving it up no more. He said, lest there be any fornicators or profane person like Esau and the one for a morsel of food sold his birthright. I just want to say this. Pursue peace. Pursue peace. Pursue peace. So as we release peace, you must move in that which unlocks you. I believe if you allow peace, the stillness, it's going to quiet you. And when it does, it unlocks you.
Yes.
Faith has no future. It has no future. You know why? Because faith is right now.
Yes.
It causes us to talk different.
Yes.
It causes us to speak different. And we allow peace. You're going to make smile your style. Let me see y'all teeth. Look at y'all teeth. Y'all got some beautiful. Y'all see the birthday girl? She like, here she goes. Y'all put your hand in her and say, happy birthday. Don't make smile your style. Look at that smile. Woo. Let me see y'all smile. Let me see y'all teeth. Because you know what? It takes more muscles to frown.
Yeah. It's true.
And we can just flex, smile. Somebody, they was up there ministering, I thank you before I say it. They had some teachers, and they forgot to put the potty grip on them. And so they smiled. And when they smiled, it dropped down. Come on, y'all smile. And say, Father, thank you. It'll never happen to me. Put your hands at me and say, because she said, keep her blessed. I remember I was sitting on the front row one time when we wore slips.
Yes.
And I was really praising him. On the front row, my slip hit the front row. And I, you know how people get sometimes. They want to get up really in the front. I was up there. Slip come all the way back. I said, oh, Lord. I told the people in the back, I said, pick up my slip and don't say nothing. I bet I see y'all laugh. I said, down in. Because I had to take care of the slip and fold it up real small and put it in my purse. Sometimes we have those little situations. Raise your hand and say, Father, thank you. Okay, Apostle, on that note, still feel it's not good. Everybody was mad. He gonna get serious. And now,
as you were talking, I'm just hearing what the Most High is saying, and I just want to say that we must stay focused on the 400 years is on the way, it's on its way coming in, and there's some great things, and for some of us, he's asking some of us to go on a fast because, there is something that he has, and he's going to get to us even more, in the book of Jubilees, I'm going to read 22 and go down. It said, and after this they return unto me in all uprightness, with all their heart, with all their soul, and I will circumcise the foreskin of their heart, and the foreskin of the heart of their seed. And I will create in them a Holy Spirit, Ruach, and I will cleanse them so they shall not turn away from me from that day until eternity. 278, chapter 1, verse 22. 23. And their souls will cleave to me and to all my commandments, and they will fulfill my commandments, and I will be their father, and they shall be my children. Verse 24. And they shall be called the children of the living God, and every angel and every spirit shall know. Yes, they shall know that these are my children, and I am their father in uprightness and righteousness, and that I love them. We must be able to focus on what he's bringing before us. Everything that you have learned from the time back then until now, we must understand that demons never were a part of controlling us. We controlled everything. We had power and authority. And now, since this is coming, pressing into your strength, Press into your strength. Look within and begin to get the best out of it. Integrity is playing a major role today. Honesty and integrity. And if you don't know what that is, then you know it is dotting the I's and crossing the T's and not taking no shortcuts. Because what he's doing is great things. Some of you are going to start seeing things in the supernatural. You're going to start seeing fire, doors, waterfalls. You're going to start seeing things in the air. You're going to start seeing lights like planets or stars or something. It's going to begin to really minister unto you. I'm hearing. You're going to start getting revelations and you're going to start writing them down. It's not going to be as normal no more. In fact, it's already have started. So therefore, get that stuff out of your presence. Get it out of there so you can begin to move forward. And I'm going to continue to say this because I know that it's already here. The signs are already in the air and the sky. They're seeing things coming in. It's happening all over the world. Earthquakes and storms and all of that. But then people, there are vessels that been caught or seen that's been taking pictures here in the atmosphere on the earth. So something huge is about to take place. And we want to be focused on that because, listen, Judah is the lawgiver. So no one can get past you to go to the Most High that's getting past you. Getting past you. There are 12 tribes, but Judah is the lawgiver. Judah is the one that's going to wake everybody up and allow them to advance to go further. And we must be able to pay attention to what he's saying because he's speaking. And I take it very serious because of what I came from and what I did not believe in, but now I believe in because he made me believe in it. I've come through so many supernatural things I can't even talk about. But I can tell you this, that I am well known inside of me of believing what he says shall and will come to pass. And so now I'm just relaying it unto you because, you know, it don't take all of that. Okay. Okay. One thing. When we were together, there was a storm. I forgot the name of that storm. It came. Harvey. It came and it was a storm. It was a tornado, right? No, hurricane. Hurricane came. And then we heard something while we was trying to do some work outside. We heard something, the sound of a train, like a train was coming. Well, you know, you hear it outside, but it sounds like a train. And on our phone it said, take cover, tornado coming, take cover. And so we go downstairs and I had this flashlight that flickered. And I flickered it again for it pulsate like this. And in the dark, while it was pulsating, this thing started rising itself up from the bottom. And I was looking at it upside down and it looked like an accursed R.
Now, on that note, you know, with that R, I was like, boy, he's here. Boy, he's trying to say, because his name started with R. He's trying to tell us something. But check out, keep on going. And so as the R was raising up, and I asked her, do you see this? Look at this. Because it was pulsating. It was rising up like this. And at first she said, no, I don't see it. And then she said, I see it. So when I see it, it wasn't, but it was translucent. When it raised all the way up, it connected with these 3 lights over my head. And when it connected with the 3 lights, it shot that thing like twice like that. Didn't think nothing about it. The storm that we thought, you know. So the next day we woke up and we went around the corner. Total devastation. Total devastation. This is what it did. It came down this road, came down this pathway, and shift tracked and went all the way down to the end of the street, shifted track and went all the way down there
total devastation.
It did not touch us.
Listen, I have to say, there was something, and it's another one. We went to Galveston. We go to Galveston a lot. I take the shofar and I blow the shofar. This particular night, it was when the sun was really going down, and we were out near the ship channel. And I was blowing the shofar, just blowing the shofar. So far off, I see these 3 lights, just coming toward it. And it came to me, and one thing shot in the ground, the other one went into the shofar, and the other one was straight up into the air. I ain't been the same since, really. Really. But we live in the supernatural. That's what I'm saying. Listen, we live in the supernatural. We see in the supernatural. We don't take things naturally. We take it spiritually. We're spirit first. And so I would say, I'm just saying this to ignite that thing that's inside of you that you see that you really didn't take it on as being supernatural. Maybe your mind says, oh, you know what, ain't no but a bunch of hogwash. We are being challenged with our gifts now to come forward. And this is, pressing into your strength. Pressing into your strength. For the Most High said, and he says it here, he said he will forgive us for our sins and the sins of our forefathers, put us back on track, and let every demon, devil, witch, warlock know that our children is back in place. That is great. That is grand. That is great. That means when you speak out of your mouth, things will run. And Jesus, or Yahushua, what he said, don't be happy that you have charge over demons, but be happy that your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. So that means all the things that you've been going through from this point. Yeah, you came through a whole lot. But everything he brought you out of is the gift. He's giving it to you. But those doors are closing. You're no longer going to live in poverty no more. No more in that place of Lodabar. No more hearing demons, spirits. No more hearing them. Those doors are closing. He said we are royalty. We're going to be above and not beneath, a lender, not a borrower. That means once we speak, the angels are going after our words. And I can keep on saying why, because the Most High is sure that everything that he's done thus far has been on point. Everything he's been doing, especially here for Kingdom Builders Training Center. What he have done all the way back then, he brought me in to finish it. Why? Because he's sure to manifest himself through his people. We must get ourselves in place. And the scripture that I read, Ezekiel 22, it is serious. So we can begin to be jolted, shaken away from some things and come into the purity of who we are. You know what purity means? Power. Raw power. Power from the Most High. And things happening. So I say to you, pressing into your strength, your stillness and peace, tranquility, the word, faith, relief now. Perfect works. I mean, it's just all falling into place. Ordained, predestined, foreknew. Ordained, predestined, foreknew. There's not a time. The times that I come here, I'm always getting something supernatural. I always want to share it, but I don't put it on Facebook much because we have some other things going on. But ordained, predestined, foreknew. If you say that every day, that means whatever comes your way, it was ordained for you to tackle. It was ordained for you to come. It was ordained for you to get in contact with it. Predestined, that means you came here from somewhere. Foreknew, that means he know that you're going to do it. That's where we are right now.
Okay, let us stand as we read this last scripture over you. Let's raise your hands. He who would love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good, and let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Most High are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face
of the
Most High is against
is
those
against those
who do evil.
who do evil.
Just raise your hands and thank you. Seek peace and pursue it. Love life and see good days. Refrain your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. For this is your time to shine, and the gates of hell cannot prevail. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's pray. Amen. Hallelujah. Lord, we thank you for the new level of strength, even tonight, and that you continue to heighten our levels of strength in you and in your word, Most High.